All businesses should have a proactive regulatory change process, and this is especially true for banks. You should start with data from across your organization. You can then bring that data together programmatically to provide not only trailing indicators, but those critical leading indicators as well. This data is not just from within your own organization, but also from without. You should be examining all the trends, market, political, private. Look at unions. Are they taking a strong hold in your business or in your vertical? Is there a shift in financing resources? What about sources in general? What are the global financial trends and how could they impact regulatory requirements at home? Are you building a nimble enough system proactively to react to shifts without a great deal of effort and cost? Are you developing a GRC and change process that is resilient, compliant, and yet still flexible? These are the questions you should be asking yourselves so that you can lean forward and be proactive rather than reactive. Managing this change can be very complex, and it takes time and effort, and it has to be concerted effort. And so my advice would be to start with a vision of where you're going. Create a plan, but always remember that the map is not the territory. What do you want to embody as an organization? Break the larger vision into achievable objectives that can be executed at different levels of the organization. Make sure that you have clear communication, not only in the plan and status of the journey, but also between teams. Silos can make this information sharing more collaborative, but it can also make it more difficult. Make sure you're setting your organization up for success by removing those barriers wherever you can. Once you have this structure in place, create a lexicon that's just as clear and understandable as the plan. Getting everyone to speak the same language can greatly reduce dreaded assumptions that cause waste and rework. And lastly, use tools that give you the flexibility to provide not only enablement, but also a single source of truth. I've seen plenty of silos broken down at the communication meeting level, only to store critical information in one-off, non-shareable data structure. True collaboration means that you share not only meeting time, but also the data that drives and comes out of those meetings. The ability to connect data and then leverage that data to oversee and govern will be a strategic advantage for you and your organization. Technology, especially cloud-based, has played a big part in regulatory compliance for years, but with the sudden shift to remote work and a desire for less cost associated with on-premise solutions, we expect this trend to pick up speed. There's an increasing need to streamline data consolidation, filing capabilities, and regulatory changes for vast amounts of previously disparate data. We can use tools and software to enhance and empower our data by leveraging cross-pollination and calculation of previously segmented data structure. This is where artificial intelligence, or AI, can be used in new and interesting ways. Machine learning algorithms, for example, are very well suited to derive value from large data sets. With secure, remote accessibility now at your fingertips, that data will become a key driver in high-value decision-making at multiple levels within your organization. To introduce this to your organization, machine learning algorithms can be used to support decision-making at low-risk levels within GRC. Supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement models can be used on these combined and large data sets to learn your workflows, processes, and requirements. AI will learn how you map different internal processes and provide key information and statistics. I wouldn't go so far as to say let the computers make all of your decisions, but letting the computer crunch data to validate or invalidate your approach is a winning strategy. Every business has gaps. And if 2020 taught us anything, it's that you must have sound and resilient processes, and those processes must be truly tested before they're needed. It's a wake-up call, especially on the business continuity side of the house. Keeping an organization functioning in the face of any large-scale event, regardless if it's COVID, an unprecedented power grid outage, or a failure of a dam that spills toxins into your water supply. You must think through multiple possible outcomes and go beyond tabletop exercises. I would recommend looking at your internal processes first to ensure proper preparedness. This is really a situation of needing planning. If you're thinking strategically, you're going to be in a position where you are set above the rest. Just doing the minimum can cause issues that are not just financial, but legal. Make sure you have access to skilled and knowledgeable resources. They don't have to be employees. You could have analysts or consultants, but make sure you have skilled resources that you can trust. Most importantly, leverage technology to save money. It can be easy to slip into a mode of having people solve problems that software could do more effectively. This doesn't mean downsizing. It means having people focusing on the high value creation and ideation tasks that you hired them for. And then just let the software solutions take care of the rest. Remember, a proper investment may seem expensive at first, but time value of money will reward you with dividends that last the life of the business.